Friends, things are looking up for exporters in 21-22, and the Commerce and Industries Minister himself is driving to reach the target set by the Honorable Prime Minister for 21-22 of exports to reach $400 billion only in merchandise, leave alone the services. Over the last 6 months, we have seen various developments in foreign trade policy 1520, including the allocation of a budget of 56,000 crores for MEIS, SEIS, RoDTEP, Transport and Market Assistance Scheme. November and December 21, that is the coming 2 months, are going to be important for the exporters as far as foreign trade policy related matters are concerned. May it be implementation of the RoDTEP scheme, the procedures, the new scheme for agricultural sector, transport and marketing assistance scheme for the agricultural sector, which will include a direct bank transfer to the agri sector for exporting their products, and MEIS and SEIS, which are getting time barred on 31st of December 2021. In this video, we will discuss all of this, and primarily we will discuss the to-do list for exporters over the next 2 months, which are very critical to get the benefits under foreign trade policy. So friends, first, RoDTEP implementation as far as procedures are concerned. Exporters need to get ready for taking the RoDTEP benefit now that the scheme is implemented. Now, first and foremost, let us understand the procedures on IceGate. Mind that this entire scheme will be regulated on an online platform, that is the IceGate. So first, exporters who are not registered on IceGate, they need to go and get themselves registered with a DSC, and it is very important for the merchant exporters to also get registered. Well, generally it is seen that it is a 80-20 rule in foreign trade policy as far as taking the benefits are concerned. That is, 80% of the benefits are taken by the top 20% of the industry. The smaller exporters, they generally are not aware of the benefits, or they don't want to get into a legal tussle which they feel it is, but it is not so, and the Commerce and Industries Ministry is driving this to create awareness over the country. In various cities. In Kolkata, there was a convention last month only to create awareness among the small exporters also to take benefit. Therefore, the SME sector exporters, they seem to be the target of the Commerce and Industries Ministry to take the benefit of the exports, incentives and reimbursement scheme. So, first you need to get yourself registered on the IceGate. Thereafter, on the IceGate, once you get registered, you log in and create your credit ledger, where you can get the RoDTEP scripts, and from the credit ledger you can either utilize those RoDTEP script or through an OTP mode transfer the RoDTEP scripts to a transferee. Mind that these scripts are freely transferable, or even there is an open market for this and one can sell these scripts or utilize it for the payment of basic customs duty. Friends, so let us discuss the to-do list. First and foremost, and the most important thing for exporters now is the scheme is implemented from 1st of January 2021. However, it is notified from 17th of August 2021. It is very important because from 1st January, the exporters didn't even know whether their goods are going to get RoDTEP benefit, not get RoDTEP benefit, what would be the scheme, what would be the ineligible categories. But still, there is a criteria or a prerequisite for getting the RoDTEP scheme to mention the intent of availing the RoDTEP benefit on each shipping bill. You have to select RoDTEP Y or RoDTEP N. If you want to take the benefit of RoDTEP, you need to select RoDTEP Y or you have to select RoDTEP N. Mind that this is in addition to drawback intent to take or not to take, right? So it is very, very important that from 1st January itself, you should have ticked the RoDTEP Y in case you need to take the benefit of RoDTEP. If you have not done so from 1st of January, it is important that immediately you instruct your CHA or your agents to tick on the shipping bill for the intent to avail RoDTEP in addition to drawback. However, what happens to those shipping bills where you have not ticked the intent in the shipping bills from 1st of January? Well, as of now, the procedures are not out. Possibly there would be a transition phase where during this transitory phase, it would be important that there is a declaration, there should be some form of a transitional provision whereby you can claim the benefit of RoDTEP even for those shipping bills from 1st January to 17th August 2021. As I said in the beginning, 17th August is a very important date because after that date, if you have not disclosed the intent in your shipping bill to claim RoDTEP benefit, then the claim would be denied to you, and it is specifically mentioned that after the clearance of the EGM, it is not possible to amend the shipping bills. However, one can try the 149 route under the Customs Act to amend the shipping bills, or in case even this is not available and the impact is substantial, one has to appeal before the courts in India, because as for us also it is a very, very I would say additional hardship for the exporters. I mean, why does one need to tick on every shipping bill the intent to take or not to take RoDTEP? It should be that once, like an LUT, once you have taken the LUT, then for the full year it is applicable. So in the same way, it should be done for the FTP benefits also. However, somehow this proposal has not been accepted by the Commerce Ministry and specifically by the Finance Ministry. They need that in every shipping bill, the intent to take or not to take RoDTEP should be mentioned, and so it stands as of now. It may give rise to litigation, but then that is the directive from the Ministry of Finance and Ministry of Commerce. A very, very important aspect of this RoDTEP scheme is the budgetary constraint. It makes the RoDTEP scheme a first come, first serve scheme. As you go in the doctor's chamber, whoever comes first is treated, and in case the doctor does not have time at the end of the day, then the patients who are not treated, they have to go back home. It is similar in this scheme. This scheme would be subject to budget outlays. The rates could be revised during the year based on the budget outlays. And during the year, if the budget for the scheme is exhausted, then there is no provision to carry forward the contingencies or other dues in this year to the next financial year. Therefore, for industry, it is very, very important that the RoDTEP benefits are claimed in each shipping bill wherever applicable. Then one has to follow up with the customs authority because it has to be approved by the customs authorities, and the scroll needs to be generated, and thereafter the duty benefit comes to your electronic ledger, and thereafter you create the RoDTEP scripts on your electronic credit ledger. So it is very important that to avail these benefits, you are the first to come and you will be first to be served. Friends, this RoDTEP benefit, as you would all be knowing now, as per Appendix 4R, is available on certain products on a certain percentage on FOB value. On certain products, it is on the basis of a certain rate per UQC. So please look at your 8-digit HSN code of your product. Please look it up in Appendix R so as to claim the right benefits under RoDTEP. This benefit is as like any other schemes in foreign trade policy. It is subject to the realization of foreign exchange as per FEMA guidelines. So if your product to realize the foreign exchange, it is 6 months, 12 months, 9 months, whatever that may be, you need to get the money in foreign exchange during that period of time or such extended period as allowed by the RBI. If you do not get the money within that period of time, then the RoDTEP scripts which have been granted to you, they are subject to be reversed with interest. Well, one of our clients of our firm, for MEIS, they could not get the money realized in foreign exchange during the period required by the RBI, and thereafter it becomes a task to restart the MEIS benefits, and one has to run from pillar to post to get it restarted. We have already seen in GST and in customs this risky exporters thing. Once you get tagged as a risky exporters by the DGARM, then it becomes very difficult to get it untagged, and most of the times we have to go to the High Court, file a petition to untag to get ourselves untagged. So it is very important, friends, that the documentation, even if you get the RoDTEP benefits, the backup documentation are prepared at the same time and the documents are kept ready, because 10 to 15% of the exporters would be audited by the DGFT or the customs department in a financial year to see whether the benefits which they have taken, they have adequate documents for that or not. The scripts once generated, it can be utilized or transferred within 1 year. So this is very important and needs to be noted so that your scripts don't get lapsed. For the textile sector and other sectors which are getting RoSTCTL or RoSL, remission of state levies, they would not be eligible for RoDTEP benefits which has been mentioned in the scheme, so they continue to get RoSCTL benefit or RoSL benefits. Now, one very critical ineligibility mentioned in the scheme as of now is that those exporters who are taking the benefit of advance authorization or DFIA or special authorization, or those which are located in EOUs or SEZs, they would not get the benefit of RoDTEP. As of now, advance authorizations or DFIA exporters who are taking the benefit, they will also not get the benefit of RoDTEP. So you can take either RoDTEP or advance authorization. So this is very important, friends, because if you are taking advance authorization and you wish to take RoDTEP benefit, you have to do first a cost benefit analysis. However, if you want to go for RoDTEP, then you need to forego your advance authorization or DFIA benefits. If you want to go for advance authorization, which we feel that many of the exporters would keep on doing, then it is important to instruct your CHA that on the shipping bill not to mark as RoDTEP Y. Very, very critical. We have seen in GST during July to September 2017 when the higher rate of drawback was erroneously ticked and the GST refunds were denied, even though higher and lower rate of drawback were the same during that period for many of the products. RoDTEP scripts would be required only for the payment of basic customs duty. No additional customs duty, SWS or other cesses or any other duty can be paid through RoDTEP scripts. This was not a condition for the MEIS scripts. There additional duty could be paid through MEIS, etc. So the requisite cash flows need to be planned by the exporters who were taking that benefit, right, of MEIS script to pay additional customs duty, etc. If you are taking the MOVER scheme or the customs warehousing manufacturing or partly manufacturing scheme, then you cannot take the benefit of RoDTEP. Another cost benefit needs to be done in this regard. Merchant exporters. Now this is very, very important for the SME exporters. Merchant exporters also would be eligible for RoDTEP benefits. Therefore, as I said in the very beginning, it is the endeavor of the Commerce and Industries Ministry to help SME sectors to get the maximum benefit of foreign trade policy. It is important for the merchant exporters to start claiming the RoDTEP benefit, and till 31st December, right? I will come to that, but I am stressing again and again that till 31st of December 2021, please do apply for 1819, 1920 MEIS or for the service exporters 1920 SEIS, right? Because they would be time barred by 31st of December 2021. Well, this RoDTEP would continuously be revised over the year also. The rates can be revised upward or downward, and they will be reviewed for the respective sectors on the basis of outcome framework. So for trade associations, for your industries, it is important that you also do an outcome analysis, so that, and keep on representing before the ministry regarding your sector, because those who do not represent, there many a times it is seen that their rates can be reduced or revised downwards, or even the RoDTEP benefit may be taken away from those sectors who do not do adequate representation before the ministry. So policy representation is very, very important for RoDTEP scheme, and continuous policy representation is very, very important, so that the benefit of RoDTEP keeps on being availed and being given to you and your sector. As I said, there can be transmission errors in the beginning. The customs officers, they can question the bona fideness of the exporters, tag you as risky exporters. They can stop your scheme. Then there can be certain technical errors. So a lot of follow-up and licensing would be required to be done, at least in the very beginning, because this is a new scheme, and therefore it is important for the industry that shipping bill wise you should have an analysis of how much of RoDTEP benefit you have got, how much is due, and keep on after this with an adequate tracker so that you can take the best benefit of this scheme. Friends, as I said, in the agri sector, the transportation and marketing assistance scheme is also there. It is available for both modes of transport, by sea or by air. So if you have an agri product and which you are exporting, then you can apply to your regional DGFT authorities. It will be done by regional authorities and not by a online system So it is important that you apply and to take the benefit of this transport and marketing assistance scheme, a very important scheme. It was there previously for the agri sector, but it has been renewed and revamped. So it is very important for the agricultural sector to take the benefit of this scheme. As I said, you can see on your screen that a lot of the benefits under MEIS, SEIS would get time barred on 31st of December. So MEIS for 18, 19, 19, 20, 2021 till 31st of December 2020 needs to be applied for before 31st of December. As I said, 36,000 crores have been allocated for MEIS and SEIS. This is the right time where you should go ahead and apply and follow up for your MEIS scripts of the prior periods, so that you can take the benefits at an early stage, because again these are all budget schemes, right? The budget is over, scheme is over. Similarly, for 18, 19, 19, 20 for SEIS, also for service exporters, time barring period is 31st of December. Ad hoc 2% available for January, February, March 2020. RoSTEL scheme for 1920, ROSL for 1920. All of these are getting time barred on 31st of December 2021, and therefore I say November December 2021 is very important for the exporters as far as foreign trade policy is concerned. Again, the late cut provisions for MEIS for 18-19 to the extent of 10% and for SEIS for 18-19 to the extent of 5% would be available only till 31st of December 2021, right? So again, that is also getting time barred. SEIS for 1920 has been revamped, which you can see in the foreign trade policy, but even that is getting time barred on 31st of December 2021. There would be no late cut provisions applicable after 31st of December 2021. Export obligations for the period August to July 2021, right? That is extended for advance authorizations and EPCG till 31st of December 2021 with a extra 5% export obligations. So again, this needs to be noted and the benefit may be taken. So friends, in this video, we have discussed the various issues relating to foreign trade policy and the to-do list, which is important for the exporters to note and take the benefit of RoDTEP scheme, agri sector transport and marketing assistance scheme, MEIS and SEIS for 18-19, 19-20 for SEIS only. That is all getting time barred. RoSCTL, ROSL is getting time barred on 31st of December 2021. And these are all budget schemes. Therefore, it is again, as I said, first come, first serve basis. So one must gear up to take the benefit of all of this in November, December 2021. Thank you for a patient hearing, and we are available for any other queries or any questions you may have on foreign trade policy, RoDTEP, TMA, MEIS, SEIS across the country. Do feel free to write to us or inquire from us. Thank you very much.